See if anybody wants to show up and say hi. It's people saying I should go live more often, so I figured I'd go live today. But as always, we'll wait about 5 minutes, see if anybody wants to show up and say hey. So far, we got 0 people, so might have nobody. Give myself 3 minutes before I delete everything. But figure I'd open a live in case anybody wants to ask about court or whatever. I'm chilling with my dog in the park, but so far nobody's here. It's only been 45 seconds, so not that many. But you see the dog at least. He says hey. He's like, where's everybody? Oh, what's up? Scientology Ottawa. You're the first person to sign in. I was wondering if anybody's going to show up. How are you? I didn't know there was a Scientology audit in Ottawa. I love Ottawa. Been to Parliament. I watched I remember they had the trippy, like, LSD Parliament light show out in Ottawa, and I had a beaver tail, and I went and partied in Gatineau, if you know Gatineau. Oh, another Canadian, Toronto. Very cool. Gotta love Toronto, too. Been all around Woodbine Beach and the islands and all of that, and voted for Rob Ford. Very cool. Got all my Canadians in the house. Where my dog's at? Hello, hello. Is DOA okay in Chicago? He ended his life quickly last night. Let's talk about it. I don't know what happened. I'm not in Chicago, so I don't know. Yeah, we already got 37 people. Not bad. All right, even and all. What's up, guys? This is just a stupid live. It's nothing. Nova Scotia. I've been to 6 provinces in Canada, but Nova Scotia is one of the provinces I haven't been to, but I want to go. I know there's a difference between St. John and St. John's, because Canada be stupid like that, but I really want to go to St. John's and Halifax, and I want to take that trip like Frederick and New Brunswick. I've always wanted, because that's not far from home, from New York City. That's not that far. So I've always wanted to drive up and do Fredericton, Moncton, and then go east, Halifax. There's so many little Nebraska. I've been to Omaha, and then I've been, what's east of Wyoming? There's a city, I can't remember. Ogallala? Something like that. I think I've been to Ogallala. And they have the weird Nebraskan sandwiches. I forgot what they're called. But another one from Canada. We got a lot of Canadians. My dog is snoozing behind me. Very cool. Waited forever to saw the controversial Saul Goodman. How are you? Waiting forever. Why are people mad at you, by the way? I'm not mad at you. You're welcome to come, but some people are mad at you. Io, where's the dog? Sitting in my lap. He says, hey. It's hot today, although we've had a nice walk, but he keeps Runza. It's Runza's. There you go, with a cheese. Runza sandwich. Yep, that's it. Ogallala. They're Boston. I lived in Boston. I lived off Tremont Street in Chinatown. Had a great time. I went to Emerson for graduate school. It's funny, everybody talking shit. Nobody has a degree. Bitch, I got a master's. So why don't you shove that up your asshole, Reddit? You family still in the city? Yesterday they were, and then tomorrow, but not today. Tampa in the house. What's up? I've lived in Fort Lauderdale. Well, that's far away from Tampa. Tampa's cool. Davis Island, been around there. That's beautiful. Had to say, well, Tampa's weird. I remember Tampa's the first time I had an encounter with Scientologists. And I remember this must have been 9 years ago, something like that. And this is before I had a car, so I would I would take buses and trains. And so my dad had a place in Miami. So I always wanted to see Florida. I remember I flew into Miami to see my dad and flew out of Jacksonville and saw every Florida place in between. And Tampa, is in the Ybor City neighborhood. And these people dressed in black is like a really attractive young woman and man. And I was kind of interested in the girl. I was probably at that point 25 or 24. And they're like, oh, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, I'm seeing all of Florida, whatever. And they seem kind of weird, but I was also still kind of into the girl. And they're like, oh, you should see a movie. And they gave me Dianetics. I looked at me, oh, I even knew what Dianetics was back then. But yeah, that's my Tampa experience. Saul Goodman likes to use the N-word. Well, that's not good. Is that why Saul Goodman's in trouble? That's not a great thing. Not Canadian. Oh, we finally have a non-Canadian. That's nice. Is it? Do you pronounce it Tremont? Really? All right. Thank you, Ginger. I appreciate that. Hello from Baltimore. I've been all around Baltimore too. Lexington Market. Oh shit. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Thank you for letting me know you're muted. You missed all that. We got a dog. He doesn't care. The dog's so small. Dog just ignores him. See, the dog, he just doesn't exist in this dog's life. He doesn't care. Your dog is so small, he won't do anything. He'll just ignore your dog the whole. Your dog could even like bite it, and he'll just ignore your dog because it's small. If your dog was like his size or bigger, he'd be trying to attack it, but he's like whatever. He's just chilling. He's like, you can follow me. I don't care. Cute dog though. Is it Dachshund?
Yeah, it's a dachshund.
Cool. How old is he or she?
She's 10.5 months.
Cool. She's got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I like it.
She's just like, hey, thank you.
Wish my dog ran around like that. He's kind of fat. That's a problem. I'll keep up that energy. Nice to meet you guys. So we're chilling in the park. Nice little. That's why I figure I'm vibing well today. So I figured it'd be a good time to go live. I'm glad you can hear me now. So Gina, nice to have you. Muted says Lexington Market. I was saying, what the hell is everybody talking about? Got even muted for a long time. Oh, now he's taking another rest because he's a dick. Yeah, Raid was saying DOA likes to film children walking into the bathroom. People are on their troll game today, man. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. Half the time, I'm like, what? Like, DOA filming kids and Saul Goodman using the N-word? Like, what the fuck are you guys all saying to me? Shit, man. I like to film older women in the bathroom. I'm like Chuck Berry. I'm kidding. Let's see. Is DOA okay? I hope he's okay. Rest in peace, DOA. He might be dead. I don't know. If he's dead, then let's grift with another GoFundMe. How about that? If DOA dies, I'm gonna create my own grifting GoFundMe for emotional support and psychotherapy. So you guys are wilding out. Emerson is a great school. Thank you. It is a good school. What's up, Danny? Nice to have you. If I was muted, no sound. I have a friend who used ChatGPT to get his degree. He didn't learn shit. That's not good. ChatGPT doesn't really do that much, but that's impressive. That's actually, you should get a degree just for that. Hey, girl. No, so nice to see you. What's up, Janet P? Hey, great to see everybody. Scott's meth pipe. Cool. Haha, every time my wife says something smart, she reminds me she never went to college. You got that over her. No sound. But is college brainwashing anyway? Dodge is talking to himself. Yeah, fortunately, that's what I was doing. Now I'm not. I'm really behind in this chat. My dog hangs out with cars. Dodge. He does hang out with cars. No fat shaming. No. All right, now he's ready to go. Or is he just merely... See, I hate this shit when you think he's ready to go and then he just moves. He just goes somewhere else. Like literally 2 seconds away. I missed your fun live the other night. That's all right, Saul. Nice to have you. Disgusting. He's not fat. He's just chunky. Yeah. You spent time in shitty Yuma. Haha. MCAS Aura. What is MCAS Aura? Trump or Harris? Well, RFK is dropping out, guys. I was big on RFK, and he's selling his soul, which sucks. I'm gonna have to go with Harris. Sorry. If it was Trump versus Biden, maybe Trump, but I think Harris is competent enough, and I don't like her, but I just outed myself. Did you give him dog food? No, I didn't give him any dog food. He had some food this morning. You should also do travel guide where you are. Give us tips on how to do it cheaply. Well, I think I'll do that. I'm going to go out to Kansas to get. It's a beautiful view in here. I'm going to go out to Kansas to cover the raid. The sheriff did a raid on a newspaper reporter's home, and the reporter's mother died due to the surprise and the stress of it. And so the first court hearing is going to be in mid-October. So I'm going to drive out there, which will be nice because this neck of the woods is so expensive. Gas is expensive, food is expensive, hotels are expensive. That you guys who have donated have been a big help with that. So it'll be nice. You can live much better in the middle of the country on a thin budget than you can on the coast. That's always been a fact. Dang, not RFK. I know, it's a bummer. I was a big fan of his. Tell me if you guys think I should go to Phoenix tomorrow to cover his big announcement, which will be that he drops out. There's also a Trump rally, so think about driving out to Phoenix mañana. Taco Bell must not have gotten noticed when it's funny, my dog being from Mexico, he doesn't eat Taco Bell. He'll eat quesadillas, but Taco Bell's not good enough for him. What has Harris done ever? Not much, but that's the thing. I don't like either of them, but I think she's done less harm than Trump. I know you guys love Trump, and January 6th was this gallant effort to save our democracy, and the election is stolen, and just look at that black woman who, stuffed her ballot when it was in reality she was just taking shit out of her. I know the election was stolen. No, guys, it's so unjust. And the thing is with Epstein, Trump has done such a good job going after Epstein after he visited his island at least 12 times and commented that he wants to bang his daughter. Trump is the guy to take down this ring, isn't he? He's done such a good job. He's done such a great job. Talk about the deep state. You hire Wilbur Ross, who's the head of Goldman Sachs. That's Trump really trying to bring it. So I'm going to lose half my subscribers. But guys, get out of your fucking cult. That's all I'm going to say about that. There's some dude, a subscriber who I like, was talking to me, and he was just into Trump. And I'm just like, I just can't handle this shit anymore. What has Trump done that was good? Sorry, Trump for prison, yeah. So yeah, I never want a woman president. No, thank you. Well, Granny 1959 called, and they want their opinions back. But thanks for subscribing. 59 degrees here. Doggo would love it. Yeah, I'm sure. Dog's favorite place is Canada in the summer. We've gone all the way up to Prince Rupert near the border in Alaska. Trump was on Epstein old plane. Yeah, no shit he was. Get your call. That's crazy ass comment. You never want a woman president. Yeah, women lead countries all over the world, and we are so far behind the game. OMG, Lil Dodge, love it. Love you too, Saul. Guys, support Saul. Don't give. As far as the research that I've done, Saul is not deserving of all shit he's gotten thrown at him. You should attack Elliot. Nobody's been attacking Elliot lately. Attack her instead. I don't like Trump, and as an adult, I'm not going to cry and be rude. Yeah, everybody has their opinion. Trump and DOA for prison 2024. Well, I don't think DOA should be in there. And I don't, I'm not as hateful as Trump as some of the others. I don't even know if he deserves to get prison time. These are so weirdly disconnected cases. It's hard to say that. But yeah, I'm just not big on cults. Phoenix is hot. Yeah, I know. You're saying Phoenix. That's why I'm like, the dog would hate it, because Phoenix has to be over 100 degrees right now. But we're going to go west, but we're going to hit Flagstaff, which is a lot cooler. I certainly wouldn't vote for a woman. Granny, how come? That's hardcore. We literally have terrible... Yeah, I think both options are pretty bad. RFK for president, Garden Queen, I agree with you. I am still a big... Like, if RFK stays in the race, I'm enthusiastically voting for RFK, but it looks like he's going to drop out and probably endorse Trump. And RFK blew it, man. Like, I kept wanting to, because I covered the primaries in in New Hampshire and South Carolina, which is really fun. I got to go to Trump rallies and Nikki Haley events and Dean Phillips, long shot candidate against Biden, Marianne Williamson, and Ron DeSantis even. It was really interesting. And it was fun because in the primary, it's a lot easier to get into these events and whatever. And I wanted to follow through with RFK and like see, well, where is he campaigning so I could go to his events, because I went to his kickoff in October in Philly. And he blew the campaign. He's barely had any rallies. He's had 3 rallies since he announced. So, brainworms. Yeah, the brainworms are funny. I don't think that's a disqualifier. Women can be as good as men. I agree with that. It doesn't make a difference to me if you're a woman or a man. Whatever you want. With 34 felony convictions, I think you might have earned. Yeah, some people say that, but it's very, my whole thing is, did he steal anything? No. Did he kill anybody? No. Did he threaten anybody? Did he abuse anybody? Did he, it's the old Edwin Edwards quote, who is the governor of Louisiana, who is a very controversial figure and had a lot of financial malfeasance. And Edwin Edwards once said, the only way they'll ever catch me is if they find me in bed with a dead woman or a live boy. And you know what? Trump ain't in bed with no dead woman or no live boy, so I think he's all right. I'm ashamed we didn't learn after the last election a woman president isn't going to beat Trump. Well, not that woman, not Hillary. Hillary was a terrible campaigner. I mean, you could say Kamala laughs at her jokes and she's phony, but she's at least more she's certainly way more charismatic and even likable than Hillary ever was. I don't think there's any... Hillary just came off as an asshole. I think Kamala comes off as too practiced and phony, but I don't think she comes off as an asshole, and that's going to be a big difference. I would just really love to see someone normal as POTUS, who doesn't sniff your hair, right, or forget where they are. Pretty low standard. Yeah, me too, right? So I think Kamala doesn't do any of that. I guess I'll let you guys see me. We couldn't afford gas and groceries when Trump was in office. Trump didn't take any shit. We could afford... Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, the tangible prices under Trump were much better, and I'll give Trump credit for that. The economy was much more manageable. So I'm not as hateful on Trump as other people are. Is Saul Cuddy's friends? I was on the live where he called some people the N-word in... Well, can you call them the N-word in Spanish? You have to understand the N-word is different than the word black in Spanish. I'm not saying it slur guy, but the word black in Spanish is negro. So if somebody calls somebody negro, that just means they called him black. That's not a slur. Under normal political situations, it can be great. Unfortunately, it's not everything. There needs to be more. Fix our views, sir. Do you not like this? Do you not like my ginger mug? Thanks for being objective, Dodge. You're welcome. Angela Merkel was one of the best female leaders in the last 100 years. That's very true. She was president or chancellor of Germany for a long time. So I like you, Dodge. You're reasonable. I have a good conversation. Yeah, I hear everybody out. I appreciate it. I like you too, Ottawa. And I'll come and visit you at some point. Hit me up on Instagram. Lori B, I'm not Cutsy's friend. What happened to Cutsy? Somebody punched him? Some shit? People get aggressive. What do you think? Do you think there's a difference at La Poubelle? In respect to Cutsy's, I have no issue with him. But do you think that, screaming at the top of your lungs and trying... Oh, free lighter. I wonder if it works. Barely. And trying to be antagonistic... He's looking at the squirrel. Is the good way, or maybe, I think I'll go back to La Poubelle, and what I'll do is I'll just hand out leaflets, and what I'll say is, this is what Masterson, politely enter conversation with them, with the patrons going in the manner and the volume that I'm speaking now, and say to them, and hand out some leaflets, being like, hey, if you don't like this food, or you want to stand against Masterson, just leave the restaurant a 1-star review, especially if the food's not that great. Oh, he is in the zone with squirrels. And I do wonder, do we come off as assholes and we just scream at these? Because these are random people. I mean, they don't know. So should we make them feel like shit and scream? That's just my respect to everybody who does it their own way. But, they see Cutsies and they're like, oh, okay, so the protesters are violent thugs. Not that that's what Cutsy is. But that's, when you scream at somebody, that's the impression you give. Yeah, I like Cuts Easy, or however the fuck you say his name, needs to stay away from the spot. That's his choice, but the bar is bad news. Yeah. I'm the quiet protester to Scientology Ottawa. I try to reason, ask questions without yelling. Yeah, me neither. I don't yell that much. I mean, I'll yell very loudly if any of you watch me in Chicago when it's a general yell to like drown out Miscavige. You know, the Chicago opening, I was yelling at the top of my lungs. Other than that, I'm not going to yell personally at people. I can't do that. That's just not in my MO. Dodge for press secretary. I'd be honored. I like your shirt. Thank you, Holly. I like you. You're a knockout. Yeah, you got to see me casual today. This is my like casual this is like the most casual you'll ever see me. But I like the shirt. It's from the Gap, but it's like 1950s style because they wore striped shirts in the 50s. So thank you. Dodge for press secretary. I've always wanted, that was always my dream, you know, when I still had a career. So maybe I could be I thought press secretary would have been a fun gig. But then it's like, how much are you going to have to lie a day? I always thought I wouldn't be bad at it. There was a brief conversation when I did petitioning for Kanye West back in 2020. I sold my soul, and there's this, I was a kind of a political mercenary, and I still do these gigs once in a while because the pay is so well. I think it paid like $30 an hour. But there were even talks that maybe I'd be press secretary if Kanye West like formed an active campaign. I thought, well, that would have been a hell of a lot of fun. Even though I don't like Kanye, like that would have been a good time. Dodge, you look and kind of talk like a Family Guy character, says Angela. It's Angela? Dodge? I can't do Chris. I can only do Peter. Peter. I can do Lois. And I can do Brian. Everybody can do Brian. That's fairly easy. Thank you. I love Family Guy. And ladies and gentlemen, here's Conway Twitty. Hello, darling. Nice to see you. It's been a long time. She already owes $80K, and the license hearing is coming up soon. What are you talking? Who owes $80K? Are you talking about Francoise? Francoise? Francucci? Chicago's my home. Love Chicago. Sorry I'm not there. Jessica, I wouldn't believe any of those streamers. Yeah, I don't believe any of us. Lori says, nope, I don't know. They said the slang word. I'm not going to say it. I can't spell it anyway. Oh, okay. Zoinks. You saw a squirrel. Squirrel, too. El Chapo might be a surprise guest tonight. I love El Chapo. That'd be badass. El Chapo's Trap House. Your style is stray cat strut. I got cat strut and I got cat style. Love the Stray Cats. We're gonna rock this town, rock it inside out. We're gonna rock this town, make them scream and shout. You know, Woodstock, Stray Cats, fun fact, there's always the one weird group in Woodstock that like didn't fit. Like in 69, Sha Na Na played Woodstock. Sha Na Na was at Woodstock in 69 and Woodstock 99, which of course was a disaster. The documentary's interesting. Woodstock 99 was Brian Setzer and the Stray Cats. And I looked through the whole like roster of bands. I'm like, yeah, Stray Cats would have been the only group I would have been into. Maybe I think that Blues Traveler was there too. That's a fun song. My casual is biker shorts and a tee. I bet you look good in Ollie. Princess Diana for the win. Yeah, right. It's Diana style. Ever seen the Family Guy episode with the Seventh-day Adventist and other Christians guy? No, I should check that out. I'll look it up. Scott P says, I think Street says she owes $80K. Yes, right, that's what I figured after the anti-slap. Yeah, you know, I wonder how hard it is to get people to follow up and pay for that. You can't do your Lara concert. Lara outfit was pretty dapper. Thank you. Yeah. You know, I bought that little like $30 jacket, and I'm like, it's so outrageous. It's pink. What am I actually when is it appropriate to wear that? I'm not going to wear it. I mean, if Reddit goes after me for wearing a suit that's too big, they'll go after me for wearing a suit that's pink. Not that I give a shit. But I'm like, I can't wear that. When hell am I going to wear that jacket? I'm like, yes, finally, Lara's concert, I can wear that jacket. So thank you. And you were having a great time dancing at P-T's stream. I was having a great time. I was hitting on everybody. Everybody. Why don't you go live often? What do you usually do? I'm just jerking off. No, I'm kidding. What do I usually do? I sleep. I go to the movies. I take long. This is what I usually do, guys. I'll take 3-hour walks with the dog, and I figured, well, maybe I should just go live. If you guys have been asking about it. So this is kind of what I do. I enjoy the outdoors, and then I'll stop and get a big lunch somewhere. Because I woke up late, man, because court's been so tiring. I woke up at 3 p.m. today. So, and I'm asleep most of the time. That's what I usually do. Long walks, big meals, go to the movies sometimes. I haven't gone to the movies in about 2 weeks. I want to see the Reagan movie. I think that's going to come out soon. And I want to see Metropolis. But the movies are getting worse and worse. Usually I go to the movies twice a week. Yesterday I hung out with some family. Your dog wishes he could climb that tree. Yeah, doesn't he? Dodge, Reddit wants an AMA. Yeah, I'll go on. Reddit was talking nasty about me yesterday, but the day before they were supportive. So it's hard to keep track. I will do it. Reddit, if you're listening, I'll do an AMA. Send a message and then I'll respond in your Reddit. I will enter the Lion's Den. Why not? No beef. Straight, no chaser. Ever seen them? Pink Martini, yes. Pink Martini, I know. They're the same style. Straight, no chaser. I'll check them out. Thank you. What was that song they had? Something, elevator door. What was that? Oh, she like runs into a guy at a happenstance meeting. It's a great song. They had that song. They're very good. Is there another cult in Toronto? There's another cult in Toronto. I may go out there and protest. Well, yeah, I'm sure they have a big base in Toronto. Big city. I'm from New York City, as I like to call it, clean New York. Minus Rob Ford. Any recreation of Woodstock would be just, let's recreate Woodstock with just my dog. How can I email you? Thanks for asking, Peter Anderson. My email is dodge.landesman@gmail.com. Just my first and last name with a dot in the middle at gmail.com. DODGE.LANDESMAN@gmail.com. Reddit is crazy, isn't it ever? Does everybody think Seventh-day Adventists are also? Yeah, I mean, I always wonder, like, how close are they to, like, Jehovah's Witnesses? Because they're both of those groups are like, it's an end times thing, right? It's like there's a definitive day where eventually Christ will come back and judge everybody, but it's not in like 1,000 years. It'll be like in 3 days or something. And I think the Adventists believe in that as well. I don't remember Stray Cats at Woodstock. You were probably stoned out of your mind. Well, the suit jacket is pretty bad. Love you though, Dodge. Thank you. Yeah, right. Well, people have different. Yeah, definitely. When I wore the big one, there's a lot of criticism. I like that. I was like, I pull that off because that jacket was actually a 50s. This is an actual authentic 50s jacket, and they made them a little bigger back then, but not that big. And I was like, should I get this tailored? I was like, no, fuck it, because I don't want to wear the same jacket twice, and now I'm running out of jackets. Eventually, I'll have to repeat jackets. I was hitting on everybody, Dodge. Of course, I expect nothing less. This is awesome. Glad you're enjoying yourself. I just got back from a 2-hour walk. I've been sleeping 8 hours. Not bad. I usually do 6. Damn. I feel bad for you. That's why, one of the reasons I'm happy not to be the news reporter, because, well, the hours for me were brutal. They were 3, because I was a morning news anchor, so they're 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. But the 9 to 5 stuff just wore my soul down, man. I'd rather be broke and be doing meaningful work than have enough to get by and feel like I have no soul. So maybe I'll be able to rub 2 dimes together one day. I heard some ladies ask for your phone number. Did you get any dates? I'm working on that in LA. I got one in San Francisco, but in LA I'm working on that. Maybe. Dodge has a great attitude. No BS. Yes, what you see was what you get. Any plan to create Dogecoin crypto instead of Dogecoin, Dogecoin? Why not? Twin Flames. I can't go in with you because this is a women's bathroom, and I'm not going to be like DOA and fill people going to the bathroom. I'm kidding. I just been taking the Rob Fort joke. That guy's a menace. Yeah, well, his brother is still your governor, premier, so ain't that fun? Do you have fun in the women's bathroom? All right, are you done harassing women? Growing up Christian, we always watched these terrifying movies where the rapture and everybody was gone. Can't remember the name, but it was terrifying. That does sound really scary. I'm sorry to hear that. What kind of Christian you grow up in? You must have been Baptist, is my guess, because the Baptists are, and then it's not like speaking in tongues. See, when I start speaking in tongue, that means the dog thinks. That's like our code for there's a squirrel nearby, so I didn't mean to set him off. Jesus, Lord Jesus. Yeah, you heard it all. Popcorn. Glad you're liking the popcorn. Sutag is pretty bad. We were talking about that. I think we're all caught up. This is good. We still got 67 people here. Glad you're enjoying just chilling. I figured if I ain't going to do shit and the dog's going to take forever, may as well make a little live stream out of it. Although I only have 19%. Yes, tongues for sure. Druggy doggy, don't remind me. Yeah, a lot of drugs. Drugs are fun. Take them all the time. Reddit is a bunch of haters. Yeah, I always say it's the 80-20 rule, right? 80% of people might like what you do, but there's always 20% of people that don't. And the 20% of people all have this one forum to go to. So it makes sense. That's literally what the space is for. I'm not even mad at them because they have everything is through the microcosm of side A or side B. And everybody's opinions based on you will only be based on guilt by association. So that's their forum. I'm not going to lie, waking up one morning finding everybody gone is kind of appealing. Me too. It's funny. It reminds me of when I traveled during COVID, which is a lot of fun. And I got caught in the middle of the road because I left this job in Wyoming. I was going back to New York in a rental car. And then 2 days after I left, after I moved out of the apartment, is when COVID happened. But I was like, hell yeah, it was interesting. I remember staying at the Hilton with a dog in Houston. No, it was before I had the dog. It was right before I had the dog. I remember staying at the Hilton in Houston, and it was like, in downtown Houston, it was like $50. It was kind of awesome. And you had the whole hiking trails to yourself. Problem is you couldn't get a bite to eat until like maybe May, give or take. Be so afraid I'd go to hell if I didn't finish my homework and get wrapped. Right? Better do your homework. That's important. I speak in tongues, however, I don't chant Jesus when I do it. Cool. Do you really speak in tongues, Renee? Is there a whole language? That's awesome. I was baptized, never spoke in tongues. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, did he really get baptized? That's a big question. If a tree falls in the forest, did it make a sound? If you got baptized but you don't speak in tongues, did you really get baptized? Twin Flames Universe in the Modern Mystery School. All right, I'll screenshot that. Whoops. That's the dream, isn't it ever? I keep waiting for the dog to want to leave, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm happy, though, because he's heavy. And he needs to lose weight, and he hasn't wanted to go out that much. Although it's better if we sleep in, because usually I'll finish court, and I'll be back at 1 p.m., 1 or 2, and then I'll offer for him to go outside and go for a walk, and he won't want it because it's too hot. But since we slept in and left the motel at like 6, he's a little happier. That's a good question. What is a good question? I've been speaking to guests for 43 years. No, I wasn't baby you. What? Oh, cool. I've been speaking into guests. Okay. I grew up Catholic. I saw the hypocrisy and got the fucked out of there. Yeah, they have some issues, those Catholics. A lot of problems with kids. So I respect the Mormon Church a little more. They have less problems with kids. Probably because the bishops could get married. Sorry guys, I'm dying. I will be covering the DOA court appearance. I assume Minty will show support. Oh, will you, Max? Cool. Badass. Good for you. I'll see you there. Look out for me. I don't know what you look like, but you know what I look like. So thank you for keeping me focused while I push this huge log out. You're welcome. Hey, keep pushing, push. You're almost there. You're almost there. You keep pushing. You get out of this. You push enough, and you're going to give birth to a beautiful, healthy baby log. So, a warrior, I'll even do a play-by-play. How about that? Oh, warrior's on the toilet. Warrior tenses his muscles, but the log will not come out. The log is lodged halfway. Now, it is a dangling log. Half the log has fallen on to the water, while the other half is still dangling from his butthole. Stay tuned for the warrior and his efforts to push out the great log. Sorry, fat fingers. Hey, we've all been there. The songs are comforting. Your show is untied, isn't it ever? The songs are comforting now, but the ideology is judgmental, and I'm more spiritual. Yeah, I'm spiritual too. And I'm Christian in a way. I believe in Christ. I believe Christ is the Son of God, but I also believe that there could be Buddha and there could be Allah. And Allah's got a lot of problems. I mean, Allah married like a 12-year-old kid, so maybe not Allah, but there could be Buddha, and who's the Ramadan, that I can't keep track of all of them. But there could be all that stuff, and there could be Xenu. Definitely Xenu. I read a book about the Holy Spirit that said I could do it, so I did. Nice. You got with the Holy Spirit? That must have been a spiritual experience. What hypocrisy is Max Smith? What the hell are you goddamn guys talking about? Y'all better subscribe to me and give me money so Reddit can complain about it. That's all I care about. I gotta check my battery. I got 17%. I gotta figure out where I'm going, so I gotta log off in probably 10 minutes. But we'll chill in there. Your shoe is untied. Thank you. Everybody always tells me that. My dog chews in my shoes, so I have no laces, so I can't really tie them. But thank you. I will tie it. Well, my left shoe I have laces. My right shoe I don't. This is a snooty golf course. But I will tie my shoes, don't worry. Appreciate you letting me know. See some squirrels in the back there. He's in focus. What you see? You want to start some beef? You want to start some beef? Some fucking shit. It's me riling on this fucking shit. This fucking shit. It's a bitch. See, now he's excited. Dodge, do you read the comments in your previous lives? Always. What's up, Scott Smith Pipe? How are you? When are you going to give me one of those pipes? The closest Chris without a Hellcat will get to a Hellcat. That's when he's standing next to Dodge. That's true. I have a Camaro. It ain't as cool as a Hellcat, but it ain't that different. I am with a Camaro at least. A few years ago, a guy came to my work and told me he was a Holy Ghost. Very cool. 3 men I admire most. Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. They took the last train to the coast. The day the music died. You should have interviewed him. I would have. A lady tried to help me speak in tongues. Bummer. So there's actually like a language, not just random. There's actually like a... Do you know the tongues you're speaking, or do they just come to you from God, apparently? Probably from Satan. That shit sounds satanic to me. Your dog is epic. Thank you, Saul. I appreciate it. Subscribe to Saul Goodman if you can, even though he's in his mod wars, but I can't keep track of any of that shit, so subscribe to Saul. A few years ago, says I eat candy. I was outside a store when a lady walked out after telling the person working they were Holy Ghost. Very cool. They got their own. Oh, you're not Canadian. You're the one person that isn't Canadian. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot saints, we give our hearts command, or something like that. It's sort of the anthem. I'm not completely correct on that, but it's close to it. They come from somewhere. Yeah, right? They could be the ghosts reincarnated. I should have recorded him, but I was too intrigued, so I let him ramble. Yeah, you should have. I would have loved to see that. You're Canadian, too. Very cool. Where in Canada are you from? I've been to 6 provinces. Thank you, Dodge the Shadow. Of course, subscribe to Saul. Appreciate your work. You've been on the ground and doing some good stuff. I'm Canadian. I don't know the anthem. Really? That's funny. Do Canadians not know the anthem? Is that like a Canadian thing? Or because, it's funny. They're not less patriotic than Americans. If you go to rural Canada, you'll see frickin' Canadian flags everywhere. Like, everywhere. So it's not like, the U.S. is really that ostentatiously patriotic. You go to Mexico, and guess what? Everybody has Mexican flags down there. So it's funny that people have this perception that the U.S. is, grotesquely patriotic. But go north and south, it's the same shit. How is your Mexican son? Well, it would be a daughter. I don't know. The girl asked me for $5,000, and I ignored her because she said the child was dying. This is the 6th time in the span of a year where the child has been 1 day away from death. I'm positive it's not my kid. I have to physically fly down there and do a DNA test because she won't. I've tried to mail her a DNA test. She refused 3 times, and I'm like, I'm not sending you anything until you agree to it. Then she agreed to it, and then she gave me a fake address, like the address wasn't a real address. So, because I was trying to submit like a DNA thing where you could submit it to an American lab. And so she's refused that. The kid has bushy has raven black hair and bushy black eyebrows. And the girl is pale, that I connected with is pale. She's a little darker than me, but not much. And you know my skin tone. And yet this girl is like, looks Hispanic, has like a Hispanic skin tone. I'm positive it's not mine. But just in case I'm gonna, once I have enough money, I'm gonna fly down there and just take a sample of the kid. Because look, if the kid is mine, I want to live with the kid. And if the kid is mine, I will probably take full custody of the kid. But I'm positive it's not my kid. And then she also posted a picture on her Facebook with some dude being like mom and dad just doing the best they can, and a picture of the kid. So, and not only that, and finally she showed me a picture of a kid who did look like me. And then she thought I blocked her on Facebook, so I saw this photo of the actual kid. I'm like, you sent me a different photo. And she's like, yeah, because this is your kid that you had with someone else, and I was trying to get you to admit it. Like, come on. She showed a picture of an AI thing that looked more like me, so it could be believable. But then once I busted her. So I'm the only sucker who continues communicating with her only for the reason that for the 0.1% chance the kid is mine, I want to be the kid's full-time dad. And I fucking hate that, and I don't want kids, and I think I'll get a vasectomy soon. But, you know, if you have that responsibility, you brought something into the world, you have to be there for it. And I'm just going to continue to say it because it's not my kid. Oh, that was a lot. You really set off a can of worms, Jay Wood. I don't like hockey. I like Tim Hortons. Why do people like Tim Hortons, man? People really like Tim Hortons and their Timbits. Like, their bagels are the worst bagels I've ever eaten. And it sucks because you're driving rural Canada at night, like after 12 a.m. The only thing that's open is Tim Hortons. It's literally it. It's like the Whataburger or the, what else is 24 hours? Or like the Raising Cane's of Canada. And it's the worst food. Their fruit drinks are kind of good. It's the only nice thing I could say about them. Lots of foreign intelligence. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with that. And there's been a lot of issues of the Chinese government infiltrating Canada, and a big investigation about that. In Vancouver, the Chinese Communist Party even infiltrated like the city council and got their own like CP Chinese communist people installed in the city council in Vancouver. So it's look that up, guys. It's a wild story. Shake it out, Dodge. You know I'm near Alberta in the west. You made an Edmonton joke. Yeah, I've been to Edmonton twice. Edmonton was beautiful. I liked Edmonton better than Calgary. I did Edmonton, Red Deer in the middle, and then Calgary. Calgary, I had a romantic trip. I was dating a girl, not that girl who says she has my kid, a different girl that I met in Mexico. The other girl said I was pregnant. I believe that other girl. And I'd live with her because she's pretty awesome. Not the one in question, though. But I flew her out because of visa. She can't go to the U.S., so I flew her out to Calgary. We had a really good time. And she loved it, and she loves Turkish culture, and there's like a big Middle Eastern festival happening, and she found it was a lot of fun. But Edmonton was great, too. I'm sorry to hear your loss. Yeah, right? If I was reincarnation, do you ever just come across people you swear you knew in a past life? No, I never feel that spiritual. Ever. Maybe I just void of emotions. Very sus indeed. Dodge, if it was your child, you'd probably have 9 lives, though. Probably. Might be Danny's kid. You never know. That's suspicious. It is a story, isn't it? I got a lot of stories. Just throw out a random word or a random city, and I can tell you a story about it, because chances are I've been. But yeah, that was... Oh, and just to finish up with the thing of the girl... The reason the girl told me she was pregnant, because I would have advocated for an abortion, it would have been her decision, but I would have been like, I'll pay for it, you know, I'll even go there while you do it. But she told me after she was 6 months pregnant, because she was nice enough to hook up with me on the first date, and therefore, you know, like, she'd ask, like, oh, can I get $30, $40? I'm like, okay, fine, you're nice enough to sleep with me. I'll send you $30, $40. And then she kept asking for more, and then she told me she's pregnant after I wouldn't give her $600 for an iPhone. She says, I need an iPhone. All my friends have an iPhone. And I'm like, fuck, you're not paying her fuck. Get the fuck out. And then I told her, I'm like, I'm not interested in even communicating with you anymore. And then she's like, I'm pregnant. I'm like, oh, great. And I've been pregnant for 6 months. Well, thanks for telling me. We all got to work on the pull-out game. Not to get too graphic, guys. I did work on that pull-out game. Not only that, but you can buy certain things over the counter of which you have excellent control as to when you do your kit and caboodle. And Lord knows I had control. I had control the whole time. We hooked up one time. Do they know you live in a motel? I don't tell her anything about me. There's a crack in Tim Hortons stuff. Yeah. Tim Hortons is disgusting. I'm glad we're getting some Tim Hortons. Hey, we need it. Dog, I love you too, Dodge. Well, Dog loves you. He says, hello, hello, hello. Dodge got hose in different air? I do. Hose in different places. That's true. A lot in Mexico. 1, 2 in Canada. A few scattered across the U.S. Baby mamas be annoying, Dog. Yeah, especially when they're not actually your baby mama. That's even worse. I could hear a Dodge story any day. Glad you're enjoying them. I love how real you are. Pull-outology. That's, we're going to replace eutology with pull-outology. I like that. Got to be more selective. I do, and guys, let this be a lesson to you. If somebody is that easy, it's a red flag. I hate to say it. For a guy, that's the crappy part about being a guy. If they're going to go home with you on the first meeting, because usually it takes 2 or 3 days, and I'll wait around and have another date, and then I'll be like, hell yeah. But yeah, you're right. Then it's too good to be true, isn't it? Well, the weird part is with that girl, so she's much younger. That's another thing that I lament. She is 20, and this is 2 years ago now or something. So I was 31. And it was bizarre because we went out, like her parents want to go out with us, so I bought her parents a meal. That's why it was like a setup from day one, right? And her mom was 36 years old. So her mom was only 5 years older than me, which is weird. And then she was 20. And she had like 4 siblings. And I remember I took them all out and we all went to, we actually had fun. We all went to karaoke, and then I felt awkward asking, well, could she come back and me? They're like, yeah. Like they were like super happy that I invited her back. And I was like, if your mom and dad are like, not only like they weren't even like, well, it's your choice, you can do what you want. No, they were like, hell yeah. And I looked back and I'm like, yeah, that shit was a setup from day one. Her mom had her when she's 13. Yeah, right? Red flags. Guy had a Hellcat, speaking of Chris. Padre con el Hellcat. It's like the Brady Bunch. I wish you were that innocent. Oh no, Dodge. Yeah, I know. OMG, Dodge, you need to go live more. Yeah, well, I'm glad you guys just like me. You're shooting the shit. And everybody said that. It was funny when I was struggling in TV news, because you had all these type A personalities who were very close. Opposite of me, wouldn't share anything about themselves or any vulnerability. And they all said to me, like, you're so weird and hilarious and have so many bizarre stories. You should just do a YouTube where people hear you talk. I'm like, how would that be interesting? But hey, we got 75 people watching. So, case in point. Yeah, that was a wild scandal, guys. And I'm the only sucker to not completely block her off entirely. But it's really simply, it's for 2 reasons. I can't fly because my passport is damaged. I can cross via land and I can fly domestically, but I can't fly internationally. So it's like I need to raise, I'm not going to raise it from you guys, but I need to get, pardon me, I need to get, save up some money so I could get like $500 to get my passport renewed. And so I could go down there, because there's a direct flight from Los Angeles to Torreon. Torreon is where it all happened. And not only that, but I'm going to have to pick, and Torreon was like the city of gold for me, man. I don't know why, but like women really, that's a problem. She was probably the 5th person I physically connected with in Torreon. One was, I wanted a date, sort of, but she was like, you're too much of a Rolling Stone, as much as I adore you. And she, like, if the kid were mine, my fantasy would have been to live with that other, oh, here's a squirrel. My fantasy would have been to live with that woman who I really did like and respect, and be like, well, now I'm here, I'm in one place. Because she has a kid too, and she's a great mom. I mean, she has her own business. I shouldn't be saying people's names, but whatever. And so she said, she's like, hey, listen, like, if the kid is yours and you're going to live here, like, let's date. It's very sweet. And not only that, but she has offered to protect me when I meet the kid so I don't get kidnapped, that she will bring her and her family with me to meet the kid so I could get the sample, so I could be safe, and there, you know, it wouldn't be just me showing up. So she sort of has my heart, but, you know, again, I'm a rambler and a Rolling Stone, so that's the difficult part. And then there's another girl who I met at the club, and she was spicy, and I always want to follow up with her. Yeah, they like me way too much in Torreon, man. Like, I can't go back there. Like, it's too easy. That's a problem. Ha! 69 watching now. We're all winners, aren't we? Aren't we? Suggestion should be maybe put a condom wrinkle on that. Yeah, I should wrap it up. I do really enjoy this. I'm glad you don't think it's too inappropriate. This is intriguing. Yeah. You're owning your shit respectfully. Always. I'm the most open book. Some people think I reveal too much, but, you know, I mean, really, who cares what people think? You care about what people think of you if, like, you want people to feel like you're giving real information and doing a competent job. Other than that, I don't care what people. You want people to think you're not a mean person. Other than that, who cares what people think of you? As long as people think that you have good intentions, who cares if they think you're a putz or an idiot or disorganized or whatever. It doesn't matter. You know? It's all words. Words ain't shit. But I appreciate it. I wish Dodge went live more too. Thank you. Well, I would. It adds comedic spice to an otherwise regular day, isn't it? I mean, unfortunate, but you're doing a few men would do in that situation. Yeah, right? The whole thing is like, I don't want to blow the opportunity in the court in case I sue for full custody. I want a backlog of me saying, not only have I given her stuff parallel to child support, I've given her 5 times the legal child support. Here's the record. Here's every time I've given her money. And then it would be, she even said if we paid her off, I'd get full custody. But of course, I only want it's sad in the sense the kid would luck out if she were my kid, because she'd beat it. But if the kid's not mine, then it's not my problem. If I'm ever rich and the kid turns 18, I might be saying, hey kid, I feel bad for you. Here's $500,000 because you got a shitty lot in life. But that's kind of the tragedy of all of this. I'm relieved because I slowly found out it obviously wasn't my kid. And I'm relieved, but at the same time, it's like that kid's now screwed. Not that I'd be a great dad, but I'd be good enough. I'd be better than her as a mom, I'll tell you. And she's constantly going out and drinking and has DUIs and stuff, and she's a mess. You should just steal the kid back. Yeah, again, if it's my kid. Dodge a ladies' man. Far from it. Oh, Kelsey, hey, I messaged you on Instagram, by the way. Let's hang out in Kansas City if you're still into it. After all this shit. I don't know. But I'll see you in KC. I'm a woman and a perv, and I love it. Cool. I teach middle school. I have the exact same sense of humor, says Holly. We know you're an exotic Mexican treat and high Hispanic demands. We need a weekly check-in with Dodge and Dog. I think I'll do that. Yeah. I'm in high demands. I'm like a 5 in the USA. It's funny. Somebody was like, the DOA tries to hit on Kelly and Laura. And I'm like, you got 1 out of 2. I've gotten 0 out of 2. I've gotten 0 out of 5. Because I've tried to hit on more than 1 protester. I'm going to be real with you. Not a single one of them have been interested. Except that girl in Pasadena. I need to follow up with her. You're a great dad to your doggo. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying to get in a move. Glad you're intrigued. I'm more of his concierge. My dog's concierge. Hey, can we go? Are we going to fuck around forever? Oh shit, I got 9% left. Mindy still needs your seed, dog. She's interested. Mindy is not interested. I know that for a fact. Hey, case in point, just ask his mod. Yeah, thank you for retracting that. That is retractable. Sorry, I haven't had a chance to read it. Sure, let's do something if I'm in town. Yeah, absolutely. Well, where else are you? Shit. Yeah, I sent you yesterday. I wouldn't expect you to read it. Yeah, don't believe in Jay Wood's lies. Jay Wood, thank you for having the maturity to redact that comment. It's not. Hey, I was into her. She was not into me. End of story. That's the whole situation. And then he'd leave it alone because he'd try not to get stocky. Like, who is Zach Obama into and is really weird? Ween LA? Is that her name? Ween? It's like Anthony Weiner in LA. Ween LA? Oh, a couple of work treats coming up. Very cool. Where are you going? That's badass. Well, I'll be there for like a month. So, no rush. No rush at all. I got to sign off, guys, because I'm going to run out of battery soon. No tengo la batería. Yo lo siento. I just leave the comment because I respect you and me. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. Well, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. If somebody says that, it's fine. I'll just address it. Chicago and Jersey. How fun. The islands of Jersey, up the coast of France. How exotic. I'm sure that's the Jersey you're talking about. Too bad, Jersey. Too bad that's near my home. I spent a whole month in New Jersey. I had a YouTube experiment. Can you have fun in New Jersey for a whole month? And the answer is yes, surprisingly. You just need to steer clear of the Italians. I am racist against Italians, just so you know. I think white on white racism is okay. I think we should promote white on white racism. Doggo doesn't want to move. Yeah, no, he's being a dick. It's too hot. I don't, like, can't you move and, like, walk and shit? Like, stop, like, every moment you just want to sit. And I don't want to sit for 30 minutes. Now you're all over. Cool. Part of Jersey you go to? Bergen County. I went to the Pine Barrens, Atlantic City. I went to Monmouth Central. I followed the canal. There was this cool canal. Morristown Canal. That was fun. I went to Asbury Park. I went all around. Newark's a really fun city. I actually really like Newark. Newark's badass. And I went to Elizabeth, all the cities in Jersey. Elizabeth, Newark, Brunswick, New Brunswick. That was fun. New Brunswick, I went to like a little frat party. They invited me. That was kind of cool. How old is Doggo? Well, good evening, Chevy. Have a good night with you and the dog at La Quinta Inn tonight. Thank you. Until next time. Jay Wood, good to have you. Thank you for always dropping in. How old is Doggo? He is probably 5 years old. I picked him up off the street in Mexico. So he's a stray dog, so I'm not sure. But the vet guessed that he's now probably about 5.5. So I guess he still acts like a baby. Woosa with the dog. What's up, Minion? My girl. Sexiest person in the chat at the moment. Although there's some competition. I like NJ. I like NJ too. I was saying how I liked it. Yeesh. Tatawa. Where's Tatawa? I never heard of it. There's so many tiny little towns. Whoa, you've been everywhere. Yeah, I've been to 48 states. And when I say been to, I mean spent at least 3 to 4 nights in each place. Usually much longer than that. But I've been to 48 states in the U.S. I've been to 6 provinces in Canada. And I've been to 27 states in Mexico. So I've seen about 75, and I've been to Europe a little bit here and there, but I like North America. I think North America is like the best continent in the world. Like, I'm not proud to be an American. I'm not proud to be a North American. The 3 countries combined are the most fun, beautiful, kind. People are much kinder in this continent than they are in Europe. So yeah, I'm obsessed with traveling. That's really what I want to do with my life. I mean, I have to work, and I like covering these cases. But one of the reasons I want to go to Missouri or Kansas City is because I love to travel and I love to see everything. So everywhere they look at flyover states and they're like, oh, this is a flyover state. But I'll look at it and be like, oh, here's Taos where you can go hiking in New Mexico. Here's Denver. Here's Colorado Springs. Here's Dodge City, my namesake, where you could go to a lot of cool Western museums. Like, there's all these amazing things along the way. Here's Topeka with beautiful little rivers and lakes around it. And here's Lawrence, which is a fun college town if you want to party. And every 2 hours in this whole continent, there is something worth seeing and spending at least 2 nights over it. Everywhere. I mean, it depends on the weather. The weather's brutal. The dog hates it. That's different. Or if it's freezing, that sucks too. But I want to visit Scotland, London, Paris. Holly, back off, girl. Lol. Well, you gotta be efficient. You gotta follow up. Hey, what's up, Isabel? How you doing? Met her in the Dominican Republic. Shut up, little bro. We don't care, little bro. Who's little bro? Are you a Zionist? Not really. For fucking Free Palestine, I guess. Something like that. Definitely not a Zionista. I'm a Sandinista. No, I mean, I'm more supportive of Palestine, I would say. Croatia's great. Yeah, I always went to, I think it's called Zagreb, because I've been to Finland, which is cool. I had an app like 6 years ago, and we presented at a conference. That was fun. I got laid twice there, because there I was like, I'm usually not that cool, but when you're the only semi-attractive guy in a giant conference room full of nerds, you're going to have your pick of the litter. And usually I don't come across as cool, but compared to them, I sure did. Are you willing to say screw them and speak your truth? Always. I find you fascinating and a little interesting. Thank you. Just a little, that's all right. A little is better than nothing. I hate drama. I find drama entertaining. I don't know. That's just me. I got to sign off soon, guys. Tragically. Slide in those DMs, please do. Oh, yeah. Well, I love the cigarette close-up. This is a better close-up. See, this is a nice neck of the woods because you can watch the sunset, and you can watch the sunset in the mountains. And then you can just watch this lazy mofo. Hey, Dodge, I love you, man. Love you too, Chim the monkey. Chim, 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 chim. You've commented many times. Nice to have you back. What's wrong with being a nerd? I've only dated nothing. Just nerds get lit. I ask women that. Why wouldn't they sleep with me? Just because I'm a nerd. It's not nice. But I'm saying they're all even nerdier than me. It's always sweet when you're in a crowd of ugly guys. It really is. You know what's funny, too, is like bisexual women like me a lot. It's like a thing. Even Liz, not that she's trying to do anything, but Liz Ferris's fiance was like, you're cute. And I'm like, God damn. If you weren't married or engaged to be married, you're sexy. And like, yeah, bisexual, like, if you're bisexual or even lesbian, chances, because I guess I'm not ultra masculine, so chances are you like me. It's like a thing. I wish there were more bisexual women, because then I dated somebody who's like pansexual, something like that. All right, guys, I'm at 4%, 5%. I gotta go. Love you guys. Thank you for joining. I hope I got some new subscribers. Please subscribe to me. I'm probably nerdier than you. I only got, well, hey, slide in my DMs. Instagram, DODGELANDESMAN. Although you got some competition. And guys, I'm going to sign out. You have more power than just being cute. Speak truth. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I missed it. Tracy in Tulsa, you got to hit me up, girl. I got to admit, I saw your profile picture. I'm like, damn, you are my type. So if you do want to hit me up on Instagram, DODGELANDESMAN. But no pressure. Damn, Kelsey. Yeah, bye. Oh, you're saying bye to me leaving. Yeah. Tracy, hit me up anyway, but no pressure, because I will be in Tulsa as well. Take me back to Tulsa. I'm too young to... Isabel, buenas noches. Your English is good now. You can understand all of it. I play chess and Legos. Nerdy as fuck. That's adorable. I love that. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. B spelled B-I. Double bye. All right, I'm going to sign off in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we had fun. I will see you later on. Au revoir.